When we first spoke, you had just arrived in town, kind of setting the stage for this year. And I just kind of want to look back briefly at some of the wins and losses, not necessarily on the court, but from a organizational standpoint. What were some of the wins that you really consider a success for you guys?
Yeah, it was a rush, a whirlwind when we first got in. Didn't really have time to strategize, just kind of went and acted on best practice that we knew of. I would say this season we talked about where it wasn't going to be necessarily outcomes on the court.
Sure.
We had a record that we weren't proud of. There was a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of bad habits that we showed. But I love that we didn't stay there.
Right.
We got through that. And at the end of the season, we were better than we were at the beginning of the season.
True.
And that's progress for us. So we attacked those little wins. I think individually, the player development program, a lot of players took strides. But we also tried to uncover and discover things that you wouldn't see on the day-to-day in terms of like play style and pace, finishing first in the league in that. The shot quality type that we had the second half of the season, we were top 5 in efficiency on shots. So we tried to discover a lot of things, played a lot of different people out of positions, and put the ball in people's hands and see if they can be better and improve. And I think we saw a lot of that.
When you look at the season that Tyus has had, Denny, Corey, like these guys are having individually majorly successful seasons.
For sure.
What does that mean from what the vision was initially to what you were able to see from the final product?
I think the first part of your team getting better is players getting better individually and having a staff in place that understands what that looks like. And Tyus, obviously, first time being top 10 in assists. You have Denny, career highs in usage, three-point percentage, potential assists, and just spraying the ball, physically playing with it. Corey increasing, becoming top 10 and just hunting threes for wing position, but also being elite finishing at the rim, being a two-way scorer right there, just taking efficient shots. So all those guys took jumps, and the next phase, which I talked to them all about. I think Kyle had huge jumps as well. Jordan finished the season with jumps, and Bilal, we didn't know what we were going to give to him. But we talked to the entire team like, this is good. You got to be good individually first, because the second half of the season, that allowed us to be in games.
True.
Now, how do you win those games? That's being better as a team, being more connected, and using the stuff you got better at as an individual in a team concept. And we didn't do that great this year. We know that. But I think to the eyes, also to the numbers and just the feeling, we were in more games later in the season. We see what we want it to be. There's no timeline on it, when we need to get there. We know what the goal is, sustain team success for a long period of time, giving you multiple bites at the apple instead of just in one year out the other. And in order to do that, you got to lay the groundwork and the foundation. And I think our guys really helped us lay the groundwork for what a Wizard player is and the professional habits you have to have. And that was a big thing for us year one. And the talent and the wins and all that other stuff will continue to come after that. But you got to get the foundation right, or as you know, nothing will last.